General Hospital spoilers reveal that on Thursday, February 13th, the tides of fate in Port Charles are set to turn dramatically, as a series of explosive revelations and high-stakes confrontations converge to leave a trail of heartbreak and betrayal. The intricate web of relationships and secrets that bind the characters together is about to unravel further, and every decision made by Nina Reeves, Drew Quartermaine, and Willow Corinthos, among others, will have irreversible consequences. Nina Reeves finds herself standing at the precipice of an emotional abyss. For months, she has battled with the agonizing pain of losing her daughter, a loss that has seeped into every corner of her being. Now, amid this personal torment, Nina is forced to confront a painful truth that she has long tried to bury: her intimate involvement with Drew Quartermaine. In a moment of raw vulnerability and desperation, Nina has reached the point where she is prepared to confess that she slept with Drew, an admission that she believes might somehow ease her internal turmoil. Yet, the truth she is about to reveal is not one that can be contained within the confines of her own sorrow. It is a secret that threatens to destabilize the delicate balance between her and the other key players in her life. Drew Quartermaine, who has long harbored suspicions about Nina's actions, finds himself caught in a maelstrom of conflicting emotions. His instincts tell him that Nina's confession is not just a moment of catharsis for her, but a bomb that could shatter the trust and bonds within their close-knit circle. Desperate to control the fallout, Drew makes frantic attempts to dissuade Nina from sharing her secret with Willow Corinthos, a woman who has already suffered enough betrayals. Despite his urgent appeals and warnings, Drew is powerless as the truth slips through his grasp. The irreversible nature of Nina's admission forces the revelation into the open, leaving no room for damage control. Willow Corinthos, already teetering on the edge of emotional instability, is the one who pays the highest price for this unbidden confession. Upon learning of Nina's betrayal, Willow is overwhelmed by a potent mix of betrayal, anger, and profound hurt. Her heart, already scarred by past betrayals, shatters anew, and in the heat of her distress, she directs her fury at both Nina and Drew. In a moment that encapsulates the raw intensity of her emotions, Willow delivers a resounding slap to Drew, a physical manifestation of her inner turmoil and disillusionment. This act of defiance and pain is not just a reaction, it is a turning point, a declaration that she refuses to be manipulated or deceived by those she once trusted implicitly. The fallout from Willow's explosive reaction does not end with that single, shocking act. In the wake of the confrontation, Willow makes a decisive and drastic choice, one that neither Nina nor Drew can influence or prevent. Overwhelmed by the betrayal and emotional chaos, Willow opts to vanish from the very lives that have caused her such agony. As the reality of her disappearance sinks in, Nina and Drew are thrust into a state of panic and desperation. Their attempts to locate Willow become increasingly frantic as they mobilize every resource at their disposal, enlisting friends, family, and even law enforcement in a desperate search for her. Yet, despite their relentless efforts, Willow remains elusive, her absence a haunting reminder of the fragile nature of trust and loyalty. This temporary disappearance leaves Nina and Drew grappling not only with the immediate consequences of their actions, but also with the looming uncertainty of what Willow's absence might portend for all their futures. Amidst this maelstrom of personal betrayal and loss, another storyline unfolds with equal intensity and urgency. Danny Morgan, fueled by the fiery need for retribution for his birth mother, Sam McCall, sets his sights on an adversary he holds responsible for past wrongs, Cyrus Renaud. The desire for vengeance courses through Danny's veins, pushing him to act swiftly and decisively. His plan is simple in its conception: to launch an immediate attack on Cyrus, thereby avenging the deep-seated pain inflicted upon his family. However, Danny's impetuous nature and raw emotional drive soon become his undoing. His initial assault is met with a fierce and unexpected counterattack from Cyrus, leaving Danny in a perilous situation that teeters on the brink of catastrophe. In the midst of this escalating conflict, time becomes a critical factor. As Danny finds himself overpowered and on the verge of being completely overwhelmed, the arrival of his father, Jason Morgan, becomes a beacon of hope. Jason, ever the protective patriarch, wastes no time in coming to Danny's rescue. With the urgency of a man determined to shield his son from harm, Jason launches a ferocious counteroffensive against Cyrus. His actions are driven by a deep-seated paternal instinct and an unyielding determination to ensure that his son is safe from further harm. In the heat of battle, Jason's intervention forces Cyrus into a precarious position, and with a steely warning, he makes it unequivocally clear that Cyrus is not to interfere with his family any further. The intensity of this confrontation is palpable as Jason's warning reverberates through the tense atmosphere, marking a moment of both retribution and forewarning. Cyrus, however, is a man accustomed to power and control, and he is not one to accept humiliation lightly. As he watches Jason and Danny retreat, his eyes burn with a mixture of rage and calculated determination. The sting of defeat and the acrid taste of humiliation only serve to fuel his resolve. In a silent moment of reflection and plotting, Cyrus begins to devise a new strategy, one that is even more cunning and ruthless than before. His mind races with possibilities, each more sinister than the last, as he contemplates his next move against Danny and the rest of the Morgans. It is clear that this is not the end of their conflict, but merely the beginning of a darker, more dangerous chapter in their ongoing battle for supremacy and survival. Not far behind these explosive developments, Rocco Falconeri is silently nurturing his own plans for retribution. In the wake of Danny's initial failure against Cyrus, Rocco sees an opportunity to strike a new alliance, or perhaps, to embark on an independent course of action that still centers on one goal, the elimination of Cyrus Renaud. Rocco's determination to see Cyrus dead is unwavering, and he is prepared to risk everything, including his own safety, to achieve this end. In a calculated move, Rocco approaches Danny with a proposition that, while fraught with peril, promises the tantalizing possibility of taking down a common enemy. Despite the inherent dangers of such a collaboration, both Rocco and Danny are driven by their mutual thirst for vengeance. Their alliance, born out of shared pain and a desire for justice, is as dangerous as it is necessary. Together, they set the stage for a high-stakes operation that could either serve as the catalyst for Cyrus's downfall or plunge them further into the abyss of retribution and despair. In the midst of the chaos and vendettas, a more strategic and nuanced collaboration begins to take shape between Alexis Davis and Tracy Quartermaine. Both women, each with their own burdens and secrets, find common ground in their determination to overcome the obstacles that life has ruthlessly placed in their paths. Alexis, who has long struggled with personal demons and a complicated past, sees in Tracy not just an ally, but a partner who understands the value of calculated risks and well-timed moves. Tracy, in turn, finds solace in Alexis's steadfast resolve and resourcefulness. Together, they forge an alliance that is built on mutual benefit, a strategic partnership where each agrees to help the other navigate their respective crises. Tracy is instrumental in helping Alexis untangle a particularly convoluted problem that has threatened to upend her carefully constructed life, while Alexis provides Tracy with insights and strategies to deal with a new set of complications that have emerged in her own narrative. Their combined efforts are not just about solving problems. They represent a deeper, more profound connection forged in the crucible of shared adversity. The synergy between Alexis and Tracy is both refreshing and formidable as they work together to craft a plan that is as ingenious as it is audacious. While alliances are being formed and battles are being fought, a revelation of personal proportions is about to rock the world of Trina Robinson and Kai Taylor. Trina, who has been steadily progressing towards a promising new relationship with Kai, finds herself confronted with a discovery that shakes the very foundation of her expectations. Just as she is ready to embrace the future with Kai by her side, Trina uncovers a startling truth about his true identity. The revelation that Kai may, in fact, be the child of a prominent couple in town, a secret that has been carefully hidden from her, leaves Trina reeling. The person she thought she knew is now shrouded in mystery, and the shock of this revelation sends ripples through her emotions. It is a moment of profound disillusionment as Trina grapples with the dual realities of her feelings for Kai and the unsettling truth about his past. The ramifications of this discovery are vast, threatening not only her budding romance, but also her understanding of the intricate social dynamics that govern Port Charles. How Trina will navigate this unexpected twist remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: the truth, once uncovered, will irrevocably alter the course of her relationship with Kai. In yet another corner of this complex tapestry of intrigue and retribution, Carly Spencer finds herself on the brink of a new confrontation that promises to be as charged with tension as any that have come before. With a determination that belies the depth of her inner strength, Carly is ready to face off against an adversary whose actions have had far-reaching consequences. In a bold move, she turns to Jack Brennan for assistance, tapping into his network and resourcefulness to uncover a shocking piece of evidence. Michael Corinthos was poisoned, and all signs point to one man as the mastermind behind this heinous act: Cyrus Renaud. This revelation is not just a personal affront to Carly, it is a call to arms. Armed with this incriminating evidence, Carly is resolved to bring Cyrus to justice, no matter the cost. The impending confrontation between Carly and Cyrus is charged with the promise of a showdown that will test the limits of their resolve, challenging the very essence of their moral compasses and the lengths they are willing to go for retribution. As the events of February 13th unfold, the atmosphere in Port Charles becomes increasingly charged with tension and uncertainty. Each character, whether driven by the need for vengeance, the quest for truth, or the desperate search for a missing loved one, finds themselves entangled in a complex web of emotions and motivations. Nina's heartbreaking acceptance of her loss and her tumultuous confession, Drew's desperate attempts to control the damage, and Willow's explosive reaction all serve as poignant reminders that in Port Charles, every secret has a way of coming to light. Meanwhile, the escalating feud between the Morgans and Cyrus sets the stage for a conflict that is as personal as it is deadly, with Jason's fierce protective instincts clashing against Cyrus's calculating ambitions. The fragile alliances, such as the one between Alexis and Tracy, provide a glimmer of hope amid the chaos, suggesting that even in a world ruled by deceit and betrayal, unity and trust can still emerge as powerful forces for change. Yet, as each plot thread weaves its way into the larger narrative, one thing becomes abundantly clear: nothing is as it seems in Port Charles. The decisions made in moments of vulnerability or in the heat of battle can have consequences that ripple far beyond their immediate impact, altering lives and destinies in ways that no one could have foreseen. With every revelation, every act of defiance, and every carefully laid plan, the characters are drawn deeper into a labyrinth of intrigue and danger, a labyrinth from which there may be no escape. In this intricate dance of passion, betrayal, and revenge, the stakes are higher than ever before. Every secret unveiled, every alliance formed, and every enemy confronted carries the weight of 1,000 unspoken emotions. As the characters of General Hospital navigate this treacherous landscape, they are forced to confront not only the external forces that seek to tear them apart, but also the internal demons that have haunted them for years. The coming days promise to be a crucible of truth and transformation, where every choice carries the potential to either mend broken bonds or shatter them irrevocably. In the end, what remains constant is the undeniable truth that in Port Charles, loyalty is as fragile as it is precious, and the quest for justice is paved with both sacrifice and redemption. The events of Thursday, February 13th, will leave an indelible mark on all those involved, setting off a chain reaction of consequences that will be felt for a long time to come. Each character must now face the repercussions of their actions, and in doing so, they are reminded that in the world of General Hospital, love, hate, and revenge are inextricably intertwined, forever shaping the lives of those who dare to play the dangerous game of truth and deception.